Hi guys, it's Nat here. Hope you're all doing well. So I'm on to do the first Collage Weekly assignment as set by Margarete Miller. So I thought I would try and give this a go for the year. Now I stumbled across Margarete Miller's collages on Pinterest about 7 years ago. Also a lady by the name of Constance Rose, and that's where I fell in love with collaging. And ever since then I've wanted to do it, and as you know I do a bit here and there on my channel. And when I first started on Facebook groups and YouTube, I saw everyone doing these and I didn't know what they were, and when I looked into it I realised that they were set by Margarete Miller. So I went over and I joined her. At that stage it was her Facebook group, meaning to do these and never got doing them. And then I think she stopped her Facebook group and had the website, and I joined that meaning to do these and never got around to it. Part of it was because you've got to look for the bits and pieces in the prompts, and I just thought that would be so much work on top of what I was already doing. But I have harvested heaps of books, and at the moment I'm harvesting heaps of National Geographics and other magazines. I'm starting to get a system where I'm sorting them into themes and that, and I thought that would make it a lot easier to find some of the bits and pieces. And I thought, well, while I'm harvesting things, I can look ahead with my prompts and pull out bits that I think I might be able to use. So I did head on over to her Etsy and bought the prompts so I could print them out and know what's coming, so I can start looking for bits and pieces. And I thought I'd come on and do them with you just for a bit of fun. So I am playing catch up. I think we're end of week 2 or something now. I don't know, but anyway. So I'm starting with week 1, and we have to do something associated with water, a portion of a poem or song you enjoy, a patterned paper, something that's usually kept cold, a light shade of blue, and the bonus is an unusual symbol or shape. So the bonus is the one that we can swap out for one of the others if we can't find it or don't want to do it, or we can just add the bonus. Anyway, you can also, of course, add whatever you want afterwards, stamping, stenciling or whatever, or, you know, I'll probably just, if I feel like adding more to the picture, I will, and that sort of thing. But it's good to have sort of some base prompts to follow along with. So we will get on with it. So I'm going to use the pad that I made with my cinch binder to put this into. So my cinch that I use, as well as the coils, I have listed in my Amazon, which is linked down below. I do have an Amazon shop front, so the things that I use, have bought through Amazon and use regularly because I love them, I have in there. So if you click on that, you can find any of that sort of stuff. So yeah, I put these pads together, which are great, and it's just like some card that came from these information pieces that I got out of the rubbish bin one day. So I have made a start with some collages. I thought I won't have a specific book for these collages. I will just use the normal ones that I use. And then I'll just have to make a note, I think, on my paper. I don't want to cut the prompts out and stick them on my collage. That would annoy me. So I'll probably just write a note in here saying which book I've put the collage in so I know where to find it. Something like that anyway. So we will start on this page. Okay, I think I know what I'm doing. So for my background, I have this piece out of the National Geographic. So I'll put that down. I'm going to have to cut a little bit of it off. So this is something associated with water. It's got ice in there. And it's also something that's usually kept cold because it's got ice in there. So this is going to be a really simple one, guys. I haven't found much for this, but I like what I've found, so I don't want to add any more than that anyway. So I do have to cut a bit off of this. So what I'm going to do is put it under there, put that down, and then I can draw a line of where I want to cut it, hopefully. Don't know how well I'll see my line on the blue. Oh yeah, I see some of it. Looks crooked. We'll see how we go. So I've got a bit of paper here that I can glue on. So I've just come in from out in the garden watering, and I planted a few more veggies. It's been really sticky here lately, very humid weather we're having. It was hot yesterday. Not so hot today, but the humidity makes it uncomfortable. So I've been staying inside doing things until it cools down and then going out and watering. So it's not quite big enough to fit the whole page, but because there's white edges, I think it's still going to look okay. I've got to be careful with this. I use these scrapers and then they, leave marks all over my pages. So we won't do that. Should have remembered that from last time. But I don't do these regularly enough, so I do forget. Just make sure these edges are stuck nicely. Then we'll trim the excess off. Bit of a bubble there where I missed some glue. Don't mind my thumb either, it doesn't look too good. I was wearing a band-aid just so that it didn't offend yous, but it's healing nicely now and I don't want to cover it over. It needs air. I just had a blister there from using these new hedge clippers that I bought. Now, I want to add like an iceberg or something. I was going through all my pictures to try and find one and I couldn't find one I liked, but we will cut this out and see what it looks like. Probably should have stuck it down in there if I'd thought of that beforehand. I might be able to if I'm careful. I'll probably make a mess of this because it is wet glue, but you don't know if you don't try. Let's see if I can lift that up. That's not going to do it. Looky looky. So I think I need to do a bit more than that. No? Yes. So I'll go to about there. The things we do. Now where do I put it there? So if we stick that under a little bit, yeah, I think I like that better. So can it be enough? Have this bigger bit too. Oh, we could put some over the other side. I'll contemplate that. So I'll stick this down first. So I thought I'd come in and do this with you, and then I have to start planning my next project. And cleaning, that's what I have to do, some cleaning in between. Haven't been doing much cleaning and it shows. Yeah, it sits in a bit better. That's definitely better. Okay, so that's just something a bit extra for there's something that needs to be kept cold. Now we might want another bit, but we also have, so we had to do a portion of a poem or a song you enjoy. I don't know why I had it in my head that it had to have the word glue in it. Maybe because I've got a light shade of blue and stuff. But yeah, for some reason I was looking for something that had the word glue in it. So that's what I've got. And then the bonus was an unusual symbol or shape. So what I did was I finally found some of your, what's that called? Transparency that is for the printer. Had heaps of transparency here. I got secondhand. Tried printing on it and it was not good. So I found this pack in the secondhand shop and it said it was for printer, but so did the last one. But when I open it up, it's really rough on one side. So I thought, oh, that might actually work. So what I did was print out my words to my song. And I also printed the symbol for water, apparently, which is just an upside down triangle. And I wanted them on the transparency because I didn't want to take away from the picture too much. And I think that looks quite good. So that's going up there. So if I do add any more, I want to make sure that it goes okay with that. So let us chop some out and just see what we think. Because I was thinking of that. That would probably fit all right. Let's have a look. I'll just chop this bit of snow out. So my words are from the song The Day You Went Away, I think it's called. Yeah, it is. I think it's Wendy Matthews, an Australian singer. So it says there's not a cloud in sight. Unfortunately, there are clouds in sight, but that's all right. And then it says it's as blue as your blue goodbye, and I thought that it would rain the day you went away. So I really like that for this, so I'm going to add that. So I'll just chop that along there. And we could leave that bit in if we do sink it, although we'll want to chop a bit off like that. Yeah, why not? Doesn't take away from our words or anything. So we'll sink that one in if we can as well. So again, I'm going to have to cut the ice that's here from about there. Trying not to go too deep because I don't want to cut through the board that I'm putting this on. See if it lets me lift it without ripping. I probably should have done this before, obviously. Just go steady. Oh, it is ripping a bit. Yeah, that's going to rip. All right, this one's going to have to go over the top if we do want to put it on. I think if I do it a bit rough rather than smooth cut, that might help. It's not real rough, but we will put it on just to cover up where I've ripped, but it won't look as good as the one that we sunk in. But oh well, we try. That was my bad. So that will go there, I think. Could put all sorts of humorous stuff on this. I was going to add penguins or seals or something, but sort of detracts from the feeling that I have for this one. So now we will consider putting our words on. They're a little bit dirty because the transparency was a bit dirty. And I think I just got it dirtier. And we might be able to see a bit of the glue when I put this on too, but that's all right. I'm just going to use my Helmar tacky glue. And I'm just putting a little bit around the edges. Oops. Hopefully it should dry and be a bit clearer. You can see it's a bit clearer even just pushing it down. So we'll see how that goes. Glue rubber. Yeah, it might show up a bit, but that's all right. Just looks like snow. Okay, and then we have to have pattern paper. So I found this in one of the magazines. There were a few different coloured, lots of dots. So I thought we did have to have pattern paper and a light shaded blue. So I figured that is a light shaded blue and some pattern paper. So I want to glue that down. Oh, look how crooked I put it on. You've probably been seeing that the whole time. Oh, well, it looks straight up there. Doesn't matter. So there's 5 prompts, aren't there? And I've got 1, 2, sort of 3 different things, 4, 5. Yeah, I'll be putting 5 on. But as I said, very simple, this one. Most of mine will be. So I want to put that there. And this is where you see that your cutting is crooked. But I'm going to try not to stress with these things for this project because I do enough stressing with all my other projects. So this one I can cut off a bit. And then the last thing I'm putting on is this. I love this, and that was the first thing I found, and I thought, well, that's a light shade of blue. So I cut that out to use, and then I formed the rest around that. And I just love it. I love it being sort of basic like that. There's nothing else I could find that I would want to add that fulfills the prompts at all. So we will stick her down. Now with her, I might just use my tacky glue. Will I? Yeah. Because she is from an old book, not the glossy magazine. And I think she'll stick better with this. So I'll have to do a bit more harvesting and searching tonight and get the week 2's prompts ready and get that done hopefully in the next few days so that I'm caught up. And yes, I want to try and get on each week and do this. If not, I'll just do a couple at a time to catch up. But it'll be good for me to use up more of my bits and pieces and get a bit more experience with collaging. So that is that. Too easy. You can see the glue a fair bit, but oh well. It's still sort of clear compared to a lot of glues. I could have used double-sided tape actually. That might have worked. You'd still see it though. And it's got something dirty on it. Yeah, that's all right then. I was going to say if that's underneath, I won't be able to get it off. So there is my first collage for the Margarete Miller weekly assignments. So we've got something associated with water, a portion of a poem or song you enjoy. We've got the pattern paper, something that's usually kept cold with all the ice, light shaded blue, and the bonus was an unusual symbol or shape, which we have the symbol of water there. So that was very quick and fun. I'm going to go and have some fruit salad and ice cream now. I think I deserve it. And then do some tidying up. So take care of yourselves, and I will see you again soon. Bye.